Kia ora koutou. Ko Angela Caves tōku ingoa, no mai haere mai. Welcome to the Central North Island Business Growth and Support Virtual Conference. My name is Angela Caves and I'm the Partnership and Events Lead for Digital Boost. It is my pleasure to be hosting you this afternoon, bringing to you the breadth of support that is available to the Central North Island business community. Welcome to our audience who have joined us within the webinar here, and a warm welcome to anybody who may be viewing via a live stream on either Facebook, LinkedIn or YouTube this afternoon. This is day 2 of our conference. We had a wonderful day yesterday, and then we'll have one more afternoon tomorrow. Second to last session for the day today, we'll be joined by Whanganui and Partners, and we'll be introducing our presenters shortly. On the webinar with me this afternoon, I have my co-host from our collaborating partner organisation. I've got Briar, who is an Employment Liaison Advisor with connected.govt.nz. Briar's going to take us through some webinar housekeeping and then introduce our presenters. Thanks, Briar.
Mihi kia koutou, ko Briar Hickling aho, no Whanganui Connected Services. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. For those that are joining by webinar, we can not see or hear you, but you can see and hear us. So I just invite you to utilise the chat function and Q&A function at the bottom centre of your screen throughout the session. And then towards the end of the session, we're going to check those questions and ask them for you. So thank you for that. And our sessions are being recorded, so they will be uploaded to the YouTube playlist for Digital Boost. And after this event, you will be sent an email link to tap into those for later viewing. So you can recap on all your questions and information. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you the Whanganui and Partners team. We've got Hannah Middleton, Simon Putin, and we've got Susan Happy. Welcome.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
All right, feel free to jump in and share screens and we'll get you guys underway.
Cool. So so my name is Simon. I am a business growth advisor with Whanganui and Partners. They will be presenting. Joining me today is our CE, Hannah. I'll let her introduce herself.
Yeah, kia ora koutou everyone. Hannah Middleton, Chief Executive at Whanganui and Partners. Suze Hepe, who is our Strategic Business Lead, was joining Simon today, but fortunately she got a spot for her son at the hospital. So I'm jumping in today and really pleased to be able to come and talk on this webinar about Whanganui and Partners, some of the mahi we do, and hopefully answer some of the questions at the end of the session.
The agenda for today, obviously already covered the first one. Hannah's going to talk a little bit about, I guess, what Whanganui and Partners does and how we do it. We'll talk a little bit about the City of Design, what it is and what it means for businesses in Whanganui, and then we'll talk a little bit about the sort of a business that's been through a lot of touch points that Whanganui and Partners have run. So I'll hand it over to Hannah now to have a quick chat about the Whanganui and Partners team and what we do.
Yeah, awesome. So Whanganui and Partners, we are the Economic Development Agency, and not everyone knows what economic development agencies do. Actually, prior to coming to Whanganui and Partners, I didn't have much knowledge on these agencies myself. But we are here to help grow our district and region, support businesses, and we do that through through many work streams. So what we do at Whanganui and Partners, we have 4 priority areas that we focus on, and these 4 priority areas at the moment are determined by what we think is of value to our economy, and that value doesn't necessarily orientate straight to GDP. So there could be multiple reasons why those sectors are of importance to us. So At the moment, they are our primary industries, our creative industries, and destination, and we've had a generic focus on business. But moving into 2023, we'll be focusing on our advanced manufacturing and logistics sectors. So if you think about those as priority areas, then through those areas, we have key pillars of work, which are around business development, and that covers our specific Māori business development as well at the moment, marketing and capability. So capability being like your business capability, but more orientated around people capability at the moment as well. So we like to think of it as one big weave of work that happens within our office and within our team. Within Whanganui Partners, we also have the eyesight, which sits in our destination team, and we also are the regional film office, so Film Whanganui. So, and we're the RTO. So we also, on top of economic development, run a few other functions. So there's a snapshot of the great team on your screen, and within that team, you can imagine there's quite a lot of work and projects going on. So we divide economic development into sort of a few key strategic projects, and for us in Whanganui, there's a few going on at the moment. Some of you might be familiar with Te Puaha, with the Sargent Gallery, and the Back House, and also potentially an Eco Hub inception. But we also really focused on business-to-business facilitation and connections, business support through workshops, leveraging money into our community. So we play a big role leveraging central government funding streams, the likes of Kānoa, that through MSD and others, and help pull that into our community so that our businesses have better access to thrive in our community. So the challenge is always prioritising our mahi. And I'll just add too, we are 100% owned by our council. So economic development agencies have slightly different formats across the country, but for us, we're a 100% shareholder in council. So I'll move on to our City of Design. So what we thought today is we would give you a bit of a snapshot of one of the key sort of projects that filtrates right through a lot of our work, from all through the pillars, and then talk about sort of how that's directly influenced our business community so far. So this key project has been the Whanganui City of Design. So not many people, or some people may be familiar with UNESCO. I was familiar with UNESCO for their great heritage sites around the world, but UNESCO run a suite of international networks that connect cities that have strengths in particular areas. So design is one of those. And when we were sitting back, we thought, you know, what is the Whanganui brand? What are we good at? We have Te Awa Tupua, we have the strong manufacturing sector, and we have this well-known glass and creative industry. And we thought, you know, what binds all of that together is the concept of design. So when we saw the UNESCO City of Design network, we thought it was a great opportunity for us to apply to be the New Zealand City of Design. So how it works is there can only be one City of Design in your country, and Europe forever. So now that Whanganui has successfully obtained the status of City of Design for New Zealand, no one can take that off us. So that's quite nice and gives us something to continue to embed within our community now. So for us, the City of Design was quite a big process. You have to get approval from all the other cities of design across the world. So it's a lovely bureaucratic process. And we were finally given that designation about a year ago in November. So we're very early on in this designation. What it means now, it's not just a brand for marketing purposes, but it underpins our strategy and our kaupapa moving forward, whether people are making bread or fire helmets or thinking about what sustainability means to them. It's underpinned by the concept of design. So we really see Whanganui using this in multiple facets as we grow into the future.
Cool. Thanks, Hannah. I'll just play this quick video.
In the time I've lived here, I've seen Whanganui just thrive, and it's got this community of creative people and just thinkers and doers. And I think with all those talents combined, just the amount of work that comes out of Whanganui from people like Pacific Helmets, from other companies producing amazing work and art and just really creative solutions. I think Whanganui deserves a City of Design.
I think we have such a strong design culture here, and it's stemmed from just a whole bunch of people over the years. The design school, obviously, Whanganui School of Design, the Key School of Art, those institutions really helped us all here.
There's just a special feeling about this place. The city, the town, quite historic, but it's becoming quite modern as well. And I think we're in a shift where we're actually promoting a lot of Māori artists too, and we have a lot of talent here in Whanganui, and I think we've all been hiding, but we're all ready to rock this UNESCO City of Design kaupapa.
And just by being given the title of the City of Design by UNESCO, it really cements that Whanganui truly are leaders of design on a global scale.
We had some really awesome kaiwakairo carvers, weavers, such a strong tradition in both those realms. And I think we're really lucky, and we've just had so many great architects here as well.
New Zealand's really unique with our locations. We're not actually influenced by a lot of the global trends, and we really have our own signature, I would say, when it comes to art and design.
I have quite a strong interest in, and have for years, in tupuna design, so all of the design from my ancestors. But in a way I would like to remake that design and contemporise it.
Well, for me, it's about being reflecting my culture and who I am, and also creating sustainability.
We're excited about the opportunities it's going to give us by being part of the UNESCO City of Design here in Whanganui, and the global reach we may have leading into the future.
We all know Whanganui has its strengths, may it be the advanced manufacturing or the creative industry. Now we have the City of Design Award, which gives us the opportunity to further connect our whole business community together. It is a chance for us to tell our story to Aotearoa and the rest of the world. We're creating a City of Design badge, which celebrates our produce, our goods and our services that are designed and made right here in Whanganui. It unifies our message to promote all the magnificent things that are happening in our town. Ka nui te mihi.
Cool. So yeah, a brief video sort of showcasing, I guess, some testimonials from our local businesses and what it means to them from the City of Design perspective. So Hannah's already talked a little bit about sort of some of the pillars. These are, I guess, the three pillars that sort of sit beneath City of Design: capability building, sustainability, and promotion. So capability, we're always trying to look at ways that we can build the capability of business owners and just the business community in general. I'm just going to run through quickly some of the programs that we sort of run. So we've got making it an Amplify, so the Amplify grant is the grant that's it's running at the moment. And we sort of, I guess, we identified that it's quite hard for a lot of businesses. There's not many grants out there that allow businesses to, I guess, buy something directly for their business, whether it's a new laptop, a new piece of equipment like a new kiln for potters or something of that nature. Not many of those grants sort of exist. So we're looking really to support through this Amplify grant process, help businesses get access to that sort of capital funding that they might need to be able to take their business to the next level. Another program that sort of supports businesses at the early stage of adoption is Innovate, and Innovate is not our program, but it's a program that we run in partnership with a company called The Factory over in Palmerston North, and that program was really around helping startups get to that next level. So they sort of might come in at the inception stage of their business, almost a Dragon's Den type program, and they'll sort of I guess pitch their idea, and then through that process they go through an accelerator program, and at the end they they pitch in front of a live audience their business idea. We've run that 2 years running. It last year, the winner was a guy who was recycling produce to make vodka, and then the this year's winner was a wheel chock. It doesn't sound like much, but what they've done is basically taken a product and made it extremely safe and hugely scalable. But there's just a few of the businesses that sort of been through those programs, and it's a great program. I'll talk a little bit next about the Backhouse and the Innovation Hub. Hannah will talk a little bit about the Pākehā Māori Summit and the priority area focus of advanced manufacturing. Hannah's already sort of talked about how that's a focus of ours. And then the regional business partners, that's a national program, but some of our it's a program that we run to help build capability, but it's a national program. So I won't talk too much about that. So the Backhouse, this came to fruition probably it's going back probably even 7 years, but in the last 2 years it's sort of finally come to fruition. But essentially in New Zealand there is the Ice House up in Auckland, Soda Inc. in Waikato, Creative HQ. So there's all these different innovation hubs, but there was nothing sort of that I guess represented Whanganui businesses and how we do things in Whanganui. So the Backhouse sort of became that. The original idea behind the Backhouse was sort of where do we put our startup businesses? Where do businesses go to do workshops? And the Backhouse was sort of born on that idea. I think it was either earlier this year or late last year that they employed a CE for the Backhouse, and since he's come on board, the Backhouse itself has gone from strength to strength, and there's just a load of support that's being sort of put into the Backhouse and will be delivered for businesses in the new year. There's already programs being run out of that, but next year we're looking to sort of run our own accelerated programs in partnership with other companies, but we're really looking to build that. Cool. I'm handing that over to Hannah.
Yeah, so our Pākehā Māori Summit. So this came to fruition. We had a great group of people approach us over 2 years ago now, and they were working with a group of Pākehā Māori that had gone through a digital incubator, and I think that was originally funded by the DIA. And basically what came out of that, there were 80 businesses engaged, or 80 sole traders engaged in that. And for these Pākehā, they were supported through the digital, getting themselves digital savvy. But what came out of it was, they needed to get business savvy. And the mainstream businesses services that were available in our district were either, not resonating with these Pākehā, or two, these Pākehā just didn't know about them. So basically the group came to us and said, hey, how about we run some sort of summit? It pulls together, business service providers, banks, accountants, like a whole lot of people that are mainly focused on by Māori, for Māori, and then have our Pākehā come along and learn here. So we had the concept of on the couch sessions, plus the ability for one-on-one. So we thought it was a great idea. We're always open to supporting our business community, and we have to think out of the box. We can't always just think around, what we've always done. We have to think about, what's going to be accessible and meaningful for our community and help them thrive. So we supported the Pākehā Whanganui group to put on the first summit last year. It's successfully now run again this year, which is awesome. And then that group now is running like a series of wānanga. So I guess they have got those Pākehā coming along and helping them with their business development in a way that's meaningful for them. So I guess that's just a snapshot. Like Simon's mentioned, the Regional Business Partners Program. We have our strategic leads that work at times with our larger businesses. And then this has just been a way that Whanganui and Partners has been able to partner with the Whanganui Pākehā Māori group to deliver business support, again, reaching what we think is some really awesome businesses that have the spectrum of goals, from putting food on the table for the 1 hour to they could potentially be our next big exporter. So we've got to have that spectrum in mind.
Cool. Very quick video.
Really, it's a continuation being able to be part of Waha Digital with my tūngani tūtere. That kaupapa was amazing, and gave an opportunity to our wana here at the awa to really take the ideas that they had and for it to flourish into today.
Just to be in amongst a Māori-based organisation, bringing all the different support networks that we can access.
Bringing together Pākehā Māori to be able to present their products and their services and show the region.
Bouncing ideas off each other and just encouraging each other to give it a go. You don't know unless you try, and here we are today.
So we were able to contact the stakeholders such as Te Puni Kōkiri, Ngā Tangata Tiaki, all of these Māori organisations, our iwi, to just sort of create a wakaro in their mind that, hey, we've got 70 plus Pākehā Māori here just from Te Awa Tupua that want more. It's all about creating a Māori business ecosystem here at the awa that's run by Uri, led by Uri for us.
Our sector, the Māori economy locally, is screaming out for local business leadership and for Māori businesses that we can all work with.
Just getting to make connections with other like-minded people and just seeing what Whanganui has to offer.
The thing I've enjoyed the most about this event is the opportunity to get around and know what businesses are in Aotearoa, and also hearing the stories that they've got to share about their business journey.
We need to think about our future, generations getting into Pākehā, and it's really about empowering and believing in our whānau, because if you have someone that believes in you, you're just going to flourish.
Cool, so I'll hand it back over to Hannah to talk through the sustainability.
Yeah, cool. So we're aware we want to allow a little bit of time for some Q&A. So the other 2 points, obviously capability is a big focus for us, but we have the sustainability part. One thing to point out, the City of Design, although a lot of the work's getting driven out of Whanganui and Partners and Whanganui District Council, we want everyone to have ownership of some of these outcomes. So when someone said, well, what does the sustainability piece look like? I mentioned it before, when we think about climate change, our Te Awa Tupua legislation, and how we need to plan for the future, how we are going to succeed in that is design thinking. So again, that real nice connect. But you can see on the screen here, there's a suite of sort of active programs that we feel are playing in the space at the moment. So everything from our town centre regeneration to shared pathways projects, to Te Puaha, which is our port revitalisation, and as mentioned, the sustainable agriculture Whanganui. So what is sustainable agriculture going to look like? And that sort of, there are some active work streams, but it's mainly a strategy piece at the moment. And then the last area, promotion. So this is the bit that probably resonates the most with everyone. So as we mentioned before, it's creating the central theme to all of our destination promotions. We have some, we have a lot of output, whether it be if you read something in the Sunday Star Times, if you in the Kia Ora magazine, or if you watch 7 Sharp, a lot of that work is curated out of our Whanganui and Partners office. So the City of Design, again, has given us this anchor kind of theme to work on from our promotion side of things for the next, for the foreseeable future. And we've also recently had a joint venture with 2 of our other economic development agencies either side of us. So CEDA over in Palmerston North Manawatu and Venture Taranaki, and that was the Coastal Arts Trail. And that's really cool. If you're thinking about a holiday anytime soon, you should have a look at the Coastal Arts Trail and plan your journey around that. And one little project we'd like to highlight here is the Crafted in Whanganui brand. I think we do have a slide on that one. So what we're wanting to do is it's a concept only, and it won't be called Crafted in Whanganui, but like a Made in New Zealand type badge that we can use and all of our businesses here can use as a branding exercise. So If it's the gin coming out, if it's the bread going out, if it's a helmet going out, if it's a piece of shelving, all the things that are made and crafted here in Whanganui, we'd like to have that brand, that stamp badge type thing that can go on it. So we've got a focus group across our business community at the moment designing what that will look like, and that will be ready to launch next year. So that's really exciting.
Cool. I think we've run out of time. I had a video on a case study of one of our businesses, but I can quickly run you through it without watching the video. But essentially, a business came to us during COVID. He wasn't operating. He went through some support with us and got teed in with a business coach. He then launched his business, and then through applying for various, he also managed to get a grant through us at a later stage once he'd been operating for a few years. And he's now also been involved in the UNESCO City of Design, Breeds of the Creative Cities, I think is it, which is what the video is going to be about. But it's just it's a great success story from someone that over the past 2 years has just constantly come back for different touch points with Whanganui partners, and now has a very successful business. So cool.
Cool. So we don't have too many. We've got a few minutes left, but yeah, not sure if there's a few questions for us now.
Hello guys, that was so exciting to hear all your massive initiatives happening, and I've dropped a note in the chat for people if they want to connect more on those projects. It is really, really exciting for Whanganui. I've got a question here. If you're wanting to apply for the Amplify grant, are you best to meet with one of your advisors first?
You can meet with one of our advisors. Otherwise, the application process is super simple. You can find it all online. This time's round actually closes tomorrow, but we'll launch them every quarter. So if you miss out this time, they'll be running live all throughout 2023 as well.
Fantastic. And just
put a caveat on that one, that it is just for Whanganui businesses, the Amplify grant.
Oh, yeah,
great.
Good point.
Thank you for clarifying that. And then creative industries, I see you've got a resource, Making It. How best do people tap into that Making It service?
Yeah, the best way to tap into Making It is to contact our strategic lead creative, which is Emma Bugden. So if you head to our website and jump on our page, all her details are on there, and she can talk through the Making It program, any key dates, and support through that process.
Awesome. Thanks so much. We'll hand over to Angela.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, wow, what a huge amount of work that you guys have, undertaking there at Whanganui and Partners, but some fabulous information for our local businesses there. And if I can encourage anybody to copy out those contact details if they want to get in touch with you, have a chat, and see if they can get involved in any of those initiatives. You can also come back and watch the recording as well, so you might find some of that. Simon, I was wondering, that case study that you were going to show, is that available on the website?
I don't believe it is.
It's on our Facebook though.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can probably find the link and send it through to you.
Yeah, no, that's okay, and hopefully others will be able to just head over to your Facebook and they'll be able to find it there. I always find the case study is really fascinating. People get to learn, what's going on, what other people have done. So yeah, if I can encourage you to head over to Whanganui and Partners Facebook page to watch that case study as well. We are just about out of time, so again, thank you, Hannah and Simon, for joining us. Really great to host you this afternoon, and thank you for sharing with everything that you guys are doing in the region. So we chat about Connected, who are available to support you as well. They are that conduit of connection to the likes of Whanganui and Partners, or any of the local chambers, or any of the other government agencies that are joining us. They will help you wherever you are in your business journey to connect you with the right people. 4 offices in the Central North Island region, they are available on screen. Digital Boost will also be here to help you. We've got a fantastic support team ready and willing to help you with your digital transformation journey. So please If you would like to start your digital transformation journey, or if you are doing digital well, please jump on to digitalboost.co.nz. Join us, use our free tools and resources there to help build your digital capabilities for your business. I see Hannah has popped in the Facebook link. I'll just make sure that that goes out to everyone before we wrap up. No, it's not working. Sorry, Hannah, I'm just going to bring that up as well before I let everyone go so that they can copy it out of the chat there. I think it only went to certain people before. There we go. So that is the link to the Whanganui Partners Facebook page where you can view that case study. Thanks again. That does bring our session to a close. We have got Māori Women's Development joining us next for our last session of the day, and then tomorrow we'll be joined by our government agencies sharing about their products and services to help support the business community. Please do join us in those sessions. If you'd like to sign up, you can head over to connected.govt.nz to do that. Thanks again, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for joining me.